Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for homework 23 solutions. Your paper should look like this first screen. Ta-da. Okay, we're going to get to number 1. You're supposed to list what method you're going to use and explain why. I am going to use substitution because this first one is already solved for y. I can take the negative 5x minus 17 and put it in for that y right there. So that's a good way to justify it. Substitution because the first equation is already solved for y. And you can just plug it in. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. That second equation, I'm going to plug in what y is, which is negative 5x minus 17, and where that y used to be in the equation. So I'm going to get negative 5x minus 17, where y used to be. Everything else stays the same. And now I'm going to distribute this negative 3 through and go on from there. Combine like terms. I'm trying to get x by itself. Here I have negative 3 times negative 5x. That is positive 15x. I got negative 3 times negative 17. I don't particularly remember that one right now. Here, let me calculate real quick. Times 3 gives me 2. Carry them. Okay, that's 51. Okay. Negative 3 times negative 17 is positive 51. And I got equals 3 over here. Okay, my next step is to combine like terms. These can be combined. Negative 3x and positive 15x gives me positive 12x plus 51 equals 3. I gotta get x by itself, so I'm gonna minus this 51 from both sides. I now have 12x equals negative 48, because it's 51 minus 3, but negative, so it's 3 minus 51. Anyway, gives you negative 48. You gotta divide by that 12, because I'm trying to get x by itself, so x is negative 4. So now that I have x, I can take it and plug it into my equation right there. So I'm going to do that over here on the right side. Here, let me kind of divide it. Y is negative 5 times what x is, which is negative 4, minus 17. Oh no, I'm running out of screen. Okay, I'm going to multiply those together. Negative 5 times negative 4 gives me positive 20, and I had to subtract 17. So y is 20 minus 17, which is 3. Y is 3, x is negative 4, so you get the point negative 4, 3. Done. And we'll move on to number 2. This one, again, you're supposed to determine what strategy you're going to use. There's graphing, there's substitution, and there's elimination. For this one, I notice I have my variables on the left side here for both of my equations. And I also noticed that with the y, it's plus 2y for both. So this is a great situation to use elimination in. Because if you take that top equation and you subtract the bottom one, you will get rid of the y's and you only have the x to deal with. So do that. Take that first one, subtract the second one. So 7x minus 8x gives me negative x. 2y minus 2y gives you 0y, so I'm not even going to write the y stuff because it's 0. 24 minus 30 is negative 6. So I got negative x equals negative 6. To get rid of the negatives, I'm going to divide by negative 1. I got x equals 6. Now that I have this, I can plug it into one of my two equations. Either the top one or the bottom one. I'm going to plug into the top one because I can. I'm going to put 6 where x used to be. And now I'm trying to get y. Notice how there's not x anymore because we replaced it with what x is. We got 7 times 6, which is 42, plus 2y equals 24. We got to get y by itself, so subtract the 42. And we're at 2y equals, well, 24 minus 42 gets you something along the lines of 18. Okay, and that's actually negative because the 42 is bigger than 24. So 2y equals negative 18. You got to get y by itself, so divide by the 2. Y is negative 9. So we got x as 6, y is negative 9. So we get the point 6, -9, and number 2 is done.